huge UFC card this weekend, and none other than Joaquin Buckley joining us. Listen, huge middleweight fight this week. Right off the bat, people know you as a highlight reel, right? Like you go in there, you put people to sleep. So going into this fight, immediately in your mind, are you just like, yo, I gotta add to this. I gotta get the buzz going again. Is this something where you're like, decisions aren't enough? I need to knock people out when I go in there.
I mean, it's always good just to get the win because I get both my checks. But when I get those knockouts, I already know that extra check gonna come. You know what I mean? So I like the knockouts, man. I like getting the highlight reels. I like getting the fans all excited. You know what I mean when I fight. So yeah, man, I love just going out there and putting somebody lights out for sure.
Dog, before I talk, I want to talk about your career. I want to talk you switching over to be a full-time fighter. I need you to explain to me how this Dale Brown thing happened at your last fight.
I mean, just reached out to him. My homeboy Charles Johnson, LFA champ right now, he just got signed to UFC. He gonna be having his fight in July in London. So shout out to him. But he was like, hey man, I'd love to do a skit with him and all that other stuff. I was like, bro, shoot, we should do it. You know what I mean? So ended up reaching out to Dale. You know what I mean? I did that little skit with him, and eventually I was like, hey bro, you should pop out of my corner because I just knew it'd be a lot of publicity. You know what I'm saying? If he came out. And a lot of people be talking about it, so
But did you learn anything from Dale Brown? Because this man out here having me getting ready to die. Because I'm like, look at these moves. I'm gonna die trying this shit. Did he teach you anything?
Hey, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. I learned a couple things, man. He got a couple little tricks up his sleeve, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to talk about. You know what I mean? You gotta see it to believe it, though.
This man. Wait, hold on. Does this mean that some of this shit might come out in the octagon? There might be some Dale Brown jiu-jitsu that shows up in a fight?
Hey, bro, you don't know. Yeah, if Buddy take my back, I just watched what Dale just posted about. If somebody trying to get you in the rear naked choke, I might pull this move off. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to Dale Brown. Detroit Urban Survival Tactics, baby.
Oh, man.
Learning from the best out here. So, man, outside of Dale, he was in your corner for the last fight. Dominant performance by you. Got a nice little win there. And back on the winning ways, right? So you're now 3 years deep in the UFC. What's different?
About 2, not 3.
2? Okay. Well, 2020 to 2022. We splitting hairs here. So 2 years deep. Do you feel like now you're finally getting your foot in, right? Like, do you feel like now you're finally comfortable? And because you started, and again, you weren't even full-time MMA fighter at that time. You just came in.
No, I wasn't, but no, but we never comfortable though. You know what I mean? So, this is the type of job that you gotta, like, you always gotta show up and perform. You know what I'm saying? Better than what you did last time. So when y'all talk about me coming to the decision with Razak Al-Hassan, I really felt like I didn't really perform like I really wanted to because I didn't get a knockout. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, I ain't never comfortable. You know what I mean? So until we get that belt, until we get that title, bro, you know what I mean? I'm always gonna be stressing. So,
as a middleweight,
we're trying to get that belt.
Like, you look at this middleweight division, obviously, a couple weeks, Cannonier and Adesanya are about to fight, which is a big fight. But when you look at this division, there's a lot of opportunity there because Adesanya's pretty much fought everybody else. So do you feel like
fought everybody?
That's what I'm saying.
He fought everybody. Like, now y'all just gotta make good matchups for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion. So, but I feel like, Izzy, he got a lot, on his plate with Jared Cannonier. He's been the only fighter that I can see that ain't gonna have no fear and trying to walk down, Izzy. A lot of guys when they get in there, Marvin Vettori, Paulo Costa, Robert Whitaker, they kind of stay at bay. You know what I mean? And they hesitate a lot of times instead of pulling the trigger. And Izzy ain't got no problem taking that thing to decision. You know what I mean? And riding out to the judges. But Jared Cannonier, I feel like he's gonna be trying to go for that finish. And I feel like the only time that you can really put Izzy in some trouble is you put that pressure on his ass.
But that being said, because you're the same kind of fighter that looks to knock some heads off, if you match, I'm not saying you fighting Izzy tomorrow, but it feels like your style might be one of those styles that could crack that very difficult code with Isreal Adesanya.
It definitely can, you know what I mean? But, I got to do my job first, knock out this wrestler boy, Habib cousin, who I'm fighting, Albert Durayev. And once I do that, then we're going to be talking about fighting somebody that's ranked. And then I'm going to be calling out Izzy pretty soon.
How much different is it?
I'm a perfect matchup. It's a fun fight regardless.
Oh, hands down. How much different is it knowing that you're going in against a wrestler, someone who's not necessarily looking to take your head off first and foremost, right? Like, try to put you on your back and survive, not get his face taken off. How much is it different for you preparing for a fighter like that than someone like in your previous fights, like when you fought like Kevin Holland, where you knew like, yo, we're gonna stand and bang?
Yeah. It's not different. Albert Durant, he gonna try to throw them hands for the first 2 minutes, but once you realize he ain't gonna have no success, he gonna be missing, swinging at the air, and then that's when he gonna try to shoot. But people don't realize like my background was wrestling. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to show everybody, that I'm more than just a striker in the stand-up fighter. I got a ground game too. So,
speaking of Kevin Holland,
everybody gonna see the levels of my game in this fight.
Bro, speaking of Kevin Holland, I don't want to talk about the fight, but you done seen what this man been doing, or says he's been doing, right? Like, he's like a superhero now. Are you buying this?
That's what you can call it.
I'm saying, do you believe that he's doing this, or you think this is all smoke?
He's in the right place,
I don't
right
know.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, kudos to him if it is true and all that other stuff. But I just feel like, man, it's been happening too frequently. You know what I'm saying? It ain't coincidence. I feel like he been paying folks off. I don't know. For these little TMZ interviews and shit like that. But regardless, though, man, shout out to Kevin Holland, man. We on the same card tonight, man. And I'm sure we both gonna put up a good show because me and Kevin Holland, we still got unfinished business too.
I was about to say you definitely want to run that one back because you're clearly a different fighter now. You got full camps now. You're not doing this part time.
Yeah, I got full camps, bro. I ain't working at Walgreens no more, man. Stop playing with me, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be a whole different fight, And then plus on that fight, bro, I only had a week to get ready. You know what I mean? For him, he was already in a fight, and then I had just got done fighting for LFA. As soon as I got signed with the UFC. But, I showed everybody what I was capable of, and I bounced right back with a win against Emperor with the craziest knockout in UFC history, and I just being real successful in my UFC career right now. So with this next fight, I'll be 5-2 with the UFC.
You mentioned that.
7 fights deep.
How crazy is it to come in and have just one of the biggest knockouts ever? You win knockout of the year. You have all these accolades, your highlights everywhere. Like at ESPN, we ran it every 2 weeks for like 3 months. Like the highlight was bananas. So how much pressure did that put on you, if any, to be like, yo, like now I got to live up to this? Like, or did you just take it as,
no pressure, no pressure. You know what I'm saying? And if it was pressure, like it's well deserved. You know what I mean? So pressure is only privilege to the champions. That's how I feel. So, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that pressure, man. I live under pressure. But it got my name out there. That's the hardest thing, man. You got fighters in the UFC that's been in there longer than me. Probably 5-6 years, still ain't got no name. You know what I mean? They exciting fighters, but you know what I mean? They haven't done anything to make no noise and haven't been able to do anything to make a splash, and they still kind of unknown. You know what I mean? So I feel blessed with the whole opportunity, you know what I'm saying, getting that knockout and everybody loving me for it.
Here's a question. Wait, first of all, before I ask this question, are you a single man, married man, bachelor? You a bachelor?
Nah, man, I got a girl back home.
Okay.
That's her.
So
I'm a father. She made me. I was like, man, who let me have a kid? My baby mom back home.
Congrats.
Here's the question.
Thank you.
Here's the question I want to ask, because you get a knockout like that, and obviously us dudes, we go, yo, that's crazy. Well, this shorty's in your DMs after that knockout. It was like, hey, man, like trying to holler at you after that knockout.
Yeah, the old hoes that wasn't fucking with me back in the day, back in high school.
They came back around.
They hit me up like, you remember me? You remember? I'm like, yeah, I remember your stinking ass.
Back then, you ain't know me. Now I'm hot. You all on me, man. Listen, Mike Jones.
Yeah, type shit on some Mike Jones shit, yo. Yeah, but ain't nobody. I got a good girl, man. She loved me for who I am. You know what I mean? If the UFC cut my ass right now, she'll still be there. You know what I mean? So. Ain't nobody stunning off these peckerwoods, these peckerhead hoes. Ain't nobody,
I feel you. Yo, before we let you get out of here, and of course, we're ready. We're geared up for the win this weekend. You got any call-outs in mind? Anybody you're like, yo, in the octagon, once I get this knockout, put this one under my belt, this is who I want next.
Oh, y'all gonna see that once I knock out Albert Durant, who I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna say that for that.
All
right, but you got somebody. You ready?
Oh, Ben had him. I got a whole list, boy. Whole Christmas list.
We just checking them all.
Give me what I want. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all, though.
Oh, man, we appreciate it. You get back to your hotel. Be safe. Good weight cut. Can't wait to see the fight, man. We appreciate it.
All right, appreciate y'all, man.
All right, have a good one.